We have another couple of racks of vintage clothes and military. Sports autographs, nicely framed. Look at all this jewelry. Constellation Cootie Williams B-flat trumpet with a coronet mouthpiece. Got this whole cart full of nice vintage comics and more. Please leave the stacks as is. Thank you. Some Vaseline glass, uranium, some tin litho toys, more toys and comics. A lot of fans this auction. I'll show you more of those in a little bit. Yeah, fans. Look at them. Bunch of them. Fun stuff in here. Whoa, that's cool. We have some furniture and some industrial stuff and primitive stuff and antique. Oh baby, right time of year to sell these. Portable air conditioners. There's some more comics, more vintage toys, sports stuff. Oh yeah. Hood ornaments, more jewelry, camera stuff. Lots of ephemera this auction. There's more jewelry, military stuff too. All coming up in this week's auction. Woo! Hello, hello. It is preview time once again for Kansas City's Thursday evening auction. This auction will be, hey, there's a Sour Patch Kid. It's going to be Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. We're located at 1801 Gwinnett Street, Kansas City, Missouri. We're in the East Bottoms, just east of City Market. I tell everyone to take 3rd Street east out of River Market if you can, or Independence, Chestnut to Gwinnett Viaduct if you know that way too. Auction night, doors open at 5, auction starts at 6. Every Wednesday we do a preview from 11 to 1. Come in, take a look around, check stuff out, and all that good stuff. Be sure you're subscribed to the channel and you like the video and comment below, all that good stuff. All right, here, this is what we'll do here in just a second. That's Chad's photo cube. And we have a Constellation trumpet. You want to talk about it?
It's a Cootie Williams model.
Come on over here. Come on over here, buddy.
It's a Cootie Williams model Constellation, which means it's got a conical lead pipe that in the shank only takes cornet mouthpieces, because Cootie Williams was a cornet player, and then when he switched to trumpet, he didn't want to have to switch to a trumpet mouthpiece. He liked cornet mouthpieces better, so it's made for a cornet mouthpiece. Here's a cornet mouthpiece going with it. Not the original, but pretty cool. Constellation. Look it up on your phones. They're rare. They're still considered really a high level of a horn.
Let's hear it.
I haven't warmed up or anything.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I need to warm up.
Yeah, that sounded like trash.
Yeah.
Okay, that's, I'd say better than 99.99% of the people in the world could do, so. All right, well, let's get this thing going. I just realized that I had the microphone, so hopefully you can hear Chad, and maybe I can work that out in post. Maybe bump it up a little bit. Okay, so let's just start over here. Hood ornaments. Pretty cool. Jewelry. A lot of jewelry. We haven't had a whole lot of jewelry lately, really. Mainly costume. There's some sterling in there and some gold. Zeiss Icon camera with a case, deluxe Zeiss. A couple of maybe lenses missing in there. These are all matchbooks. Kind of fun. Issue number 1 of Gunsport. Ernest Hemingway talks about guns. Oh, military magazines. All right, let's go down here and take a look. Some jewelry. Watches. Looks like some silver dollars. I don't think they're 60s though. Okay, let me reach in here. Not a lot of gold and silver. Oh, sorry about all that. But there's a few little nuggets. Oh, that's like this is a little platinum heart and 14K. This is World War II Air Corps Military Air Transport Service belt buckle, sterling. There's like a signed piece here, and then I just threw those other little guys in there. And then like these brooches. We'll try that. Doing choice on them. There's some silver rings. What is this? Number 9. Diamonds? Who's number 9? Is that Vaughn? Okay, so yeah, I'll need to test that. Signed, I'm no hero. Japanese flag. It appears to be a Sour Patch Kid. Anatomy stuff, like vintage costume bracelets and more. Just a fun little picture there.
Lady on a motorcycle.
KCPD 72 yearbook, 42 medical department at Fort Bragg, World War II. Just
KCKPD yearbook.
Oh, it is KCP, Kansas City, Kansas, isn't it? This is neat. All these Vargas girls. 1940s, 50s. This I was looking at. So this is just really old photo album. You know, like 100 years old. A lot of the pictures, at least.
Very interesting.
Oh, I found some more of these in another box of his that I'll have to bring up here.
Minstrel stuff. They had a minstrel
Oh, this is this the minstrel one?
and a little World War One in the beginning.
World War One,
They hit
yeah, and
the
then there's
road
like
with a minstrel show and all around different countries, even.
Huh. I remember seeing it when you guys brought it up. But yeah, there was some. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. More brooches. We'll try choice necklace. I think most of these are pretty old as far as costume goes. So we'll just try choice, and you know how it goes. You get to $10, $5 choice. We'll just sell them all. See what happens. And then there's some other jewelry up here that's just going to be all one money. So these boxing signatures and more. Joe Frazier. That one's actually signed Cassius Clay, which is pretty cool. Reggie Jackson. Duran, Leon. Sorry, I was on my microphone. Leon Spinks. I think there might be COAs on some of them. I don't know. Again, they're not our COAs. We're just selling them, not trying to sell or misrepresent anything. But at some point in your collecting journey, you have to take it upon yourself to know what's up. There's no reason to think those are phonies, though. All those fans are cool. That's awesome. Like clock, fireproof, bank, alarm. Guess I already showed you that stuff. Have some Vaseline and uranium glass glowing. Tin litho with that little guy in there. Nice old hand painted glass. This is the one I was thinking of earlier, where it's just, you know, World War I guys. Uncle Jim Powell en route to France. David Fuller at Wentworth. Bill Green in France. And then, you know, cool cars, old cars. Somebody took a vacation or they were in Los Angeles. That's in the 30s. I don't know, just neat. Cool little cart, kid's little race cart thing with a handbrake. There's the Maytag man. Cut out. He's double-sided, I think. He's on a little base like that. Does he spin? So there he is. Let's go ahead and check these out. All right, so like I said in the intro, please just leave these stacked as is. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm just going to stack them how I want, blah, blah, which happens. Just don't. Just leave them, please. You know, because some of them are just 2 or 3 or 4. Some of them are singles. Some of them are groups. Strange Adventures. I think Stevie was saying pre-Doctor Strange. A lot of 10 cents, a lot of 12 cents. And then there's also like, you know, underground comics and like kitchen sink and turtles. Eclipse, you know, that kind of stuff. So you'll just want to come in to a preview or come into the auction and check. You know, come in before the auction starts or before we sell them and look at them for yourself. Let's see. Oh, I guess we'll hit this while we're here. Looks like more. Probably do choice out of there, I would imagine. He's got them all like bagged up. Not all of them, I guess. This was a really cool find. Printer's box, Kansas City. Like that's, you know, some of them. A little ink, but a lot of American Royal, a lot of horse stuff. Folk art, mechanical. Always scared to plug that sucker in, but needs a little work. Needs a little work. There's another fan. It's funny we've got all those hood ornaments and then we somehow have hood ornament reference books from a total different place. Get St. Joe, Jimmy Carter, Natalie Prowser. Okay, let's keep going here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll walk over here to this side. I guess stay tuned in over here. So you can kind of get another look at this stuff. All right, we'll go to vintage clothes and military. So we have some USA cotton polos. T-shirts, Nike and more. McDonald's pizza. Vaguely remember that. I don't think it ever made it to Midwest. Maybe. That McDonald's made some tasty ass pizza. All right, over here. Fun little like Mexican like souvenir embroidered piece and Towncraft, Brent, legit old tags. Oh, Dior, Jack Henry, vintage Western. Yeah, United States Naval Service, A4's forever. That's freaking cool. Navy. Demolays make better lovers. Can't see a tag on there. Sears on the coverall. Sorry, there's a lot of it on here, so. Navy. Jumpers, World War II, Korea. Oh, second armored. Scouts, Kansas City. Parka. Liner. Field jacket. $75. Another one. Strange HBT. Sorry, check out the photos, you guys, to kind of get a better idea of these, I imagine. And then, of course, come in for preview. And there's some vintage Nikes and more down there. Wool blanket. All right, let's get over here. Oh, camera box. Some clubs down there. A cart, little like flat iron, like a griddle, I guess, for your grill. Freaking doghouse. Carpet tiles, flame bulbs, petroleum related. (1958) Richardson bronze boat parts. Harley, like tire cover maybe. Bose system. Charlie Tuna. Oh, we've got another one of these from a totally different consignor on the other side of the room. That's Muhammad Ali. Chiefs. Fun little like case. Pastry case maybe. A Harley, heavy duty Harley bag. And some of these, like this is so the tag says game worn. Miguel Olivo. More signatures, more royal stuff. More signatures on the balls. Denny and Ryan. Little Hummel type ornaments. Tools. And more down on the floor. This guy. Evel Knievel van. There's a couple of those. There's one here and one over there. Kind of kept them apart so people wouldn't just start piecing everything together that they thought should go together. That stuff. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's not too bad. Some like ceramic birds and stuff. Star Wars. More comics. Conan, Tarzan, and more. There's the other one back there. Some purses, infinity speakers. And these tubs, we'll just sell these tubs. Carnival glass abound. Games, 360 Connect, 360 games. I've always thought these were cute. These little bowls people make out of records. They were talking about me. It's all part of working down here, is knowing that people talk shit on you. Bye, see you guys.
See you in a couple weeks.
No. But we're all friends, you know. You know how it is. Everybody's breaking balls. Which I guess today is called bullying. Bullying is a lot different than it was when I was a kid, back in my day. Like when people talking about it, I'm like, do you understand the definition of bullying? But hey, I guess, well, definitely everyone deserves to feel safe. Fun stuff over here. I don't understand what this is. Leather? Purple vinyl? Come check it out. I guess I should hit these a little better. Nice caps. 5950s. Look brand new. Alright, not a lot of furniture. We kind of need to straighten it up a little bit over there too. I'm sure that'll happen tomorrow. That was kind of neat. Amos and Andy truck, pretty banged up. So these Coke bottles, like they all have Coke in them, and they're from all over the country, with the bottler on the bottom. These, there's an old Playboy on the top, but these are all like 60s Time magazines, Sports Illustrated, not sure, military manuals. Guess I'll let that fly like that. Sewing stuff. This is it's like an old like catalog or schematics and stuff for TVs and stuff. This box is pretty banged up, but the pinball machine appears complete. It's nice and clean. This works. Chad and I have a bet that when we get back here, that's going to be broken. It's not going to work anymore. Sheet music and stuff. More sheet music. I'm just gonna keep going this way for now. Lots of photos and ephemera this auction. Lots of fans. These are good boxes of photos. It's just like manuals and magazines. Oh, I don't even know how to go through a thing of records like this. You're on your own. Yeah, lots of ephemera, like World War II, letters, home. More sheet music. More comics. Again, don't move them around, please. You don't need to do that. Look at that dude, that Navy guy. I'm thinking about putting that over in that other Navy box, but this is just kind of a fun little military box. But I don't know when that was taken and what the rules were. But generally, you're in the military, you don't have beard and mustache. But isn't it like submariners can? Am I right on that? I don't know if I am or not. Huh. Old sports photos and more. Knives. Oh shit, look at all these. Hold up. All right, we're gonna let that fly. May end up bringing it up front so that the sick people who like to steal things. But there's nothing, I mean, there's neat advertising stuff in here, like that's cool. But there might be a couple of zippos in there. I don't think so. Anyway, and same with these knives. Doesn't seem to be. All kind of banged up. Anyway, that might change. Fancy shoes. So we have like a couple new people who have been helping us set up too. Some of the stuff, like we're trying to go through it, and because those guys may not, know what sells well down here. So like a lot of this stuff is pretty freaking sweet boxes of photos, and I mean, like this is big. Like this is probably bigger than I would have made this box of photos. I like how he like put everything out like that, like everything's kind of displayed, like easier to look at, These hole punches, I mean, somebody had $45 on those. I don't know. State Fair Trans Am. I mean, I'd like to look through these if I were you. Life of James Garfield, 1881. so I might do a little more digging on that. That's pretty solid too. Like he's got everything kind of fanned out so you can see what's in there for photos, and like early 1900s Wyandotte High School. Oh, 32. Popular students. Freaking Virginia Wilson. Bill Buckles. Vernon Voorhees. Well, you know those guys are jerks. Oh, that was my reminder to look at the floor. Look, there's that lamp I was talking about. It's not exactly the same, I guess. I mean, like, that's pretty banger. Quilt down there. I mean, that's probably where it's gonna stay. Like, what are these? Huh, LaSalle extension. Oh, like a mail order university. I mean, this is cool. Oh, I don't think I was doing a very good job with the camera on that, was I? Sorry. Like mail order university. Mannion's catalogs. Like you may have heard Vaughn and I talk about Mannion's. That's where we used to work. That's where we met one magical day. But anyway, so these are like late 90s, when like, I don't know, the third wave of vintage clothes being a thing came through, and a lot of this stuff was going, gosh, sorry, I'm not centering the camera. A lot of this stuff was going to Japan. Huh. So that's cool. Mannion's was a local company, really precursor to eBay. Mainly dealt in military stuff, but vintage too, as well as, you know, they have like Japanese military stuff, German military stuff, US military. This box here, I just love it. So it's pretty much all like family photos of black folks, you know, spanning generations. I mean, that's old, you know, and it's just, I don't know, you know, since, you know, black folks were essentially systemically freaking disadvantaged, you know, a lot of especially older photos, you know, because it was expensive, and I'm not finding the right words, but I think it's really neat. Also, just, I don't know, just the smiles and all that. So these would have been Mannion's bags. So a lot of this stuff like ran through Mannion's auction at one point, and then got returned to the consignor, and now it's down here. Which is probably one of the reasons Mannion's didn't do so well, is because you know, you spend all that time photographing, putting this in a bag, putting a freaking barcode on it, putting it somewhere, locating it, pulling it out, sending it back to the person. So you've done all that work for no money. But I'm rambling. Okay, so let's just go over here then. So we don't have anything over there. Okay, looks like newer stuff over here. La Crusade grill. Those are freaking awesome. I have one, not a La Crusade. But I mean, just how easy they clean up. I haven't really looked at a lot of this. I mean, brand new in the box, whatever it is. Oh, hopefully she did a better job with the pictures because I'm not seeing anything. Toughest handyman. All right, whatever. There's an Instant Pot in the box. Looks like sports stuff. Tumbler curing machine. What the hell that does? Sorry, I'm doing a terrible job. I've got this new thing that supposedly helps me, you know, keep the camera more still. But a lot of times I'm like looking at what I'm talking about or showing you, and then the camera is not, and I look back and see that it's not. So I'll do better. I'll try to do better. All right, boxes of this stuff. Cute. Some stereotyping. The hell is that? Oh, that's Mary. New York World's Fair souvenir shell. Oh, I think that's some packing stuff for whoever wants it. Oh, that's another thing if you're listening to this. So we're kind of in a beer flat crunch at the moment because the venue that I have my second job at, we don't have a lot of shows coming up, so that's where we get most of our beer flats. And it's just hard to get people to save them for you. So if you can put your stuff in a box and leave us the beer flats, we'd really appreciate that. A couple Sony blackface pieces. Yeah, this is nice. This is like vintage, like someone who had some freaking money to spend. Well, I am rambling on. A lot of folks will come up and mention something to me that I said in one of these, 700, 800 videos I've done. But, you know, they'll come in the next week and say something. I'm like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Occupied Japan, a lot of that in there. Not quite as hot as it used to be, but that's a good box of stuff for somebody. No, it is not. Yadro. Some steins for Henry. This little guy is cute. Lots of steins for Henry. Creepy. Bet all that wasn't freaking cheap. Dang, cast iron Pinocchio, huh? Phillips. Today me. Today me. Today me. These guys could take off. That's another thing that's just a mystery to me. It's the carved wooden figures. Like sometimes they just go absolutely crazy, and then sometimes nobody wants them. Fun little decanters. TIAC B270. Religious garden stuff, I guess. Barware. All right, let's where we go. Oh, we don't have a. We usually have a shelf right there. It's kind of messy right now. Shelf right there full of all that new merchandise. I'm sure we have some here, but didn't make it out. I think Chad was gone. Chad was gone Friday. It's just me and Slim. And I think we had a couple other guys, but yeah. Will Kruger. We're missing him. Been missing him when he's gone. It's a real bona fide icebox. Brand new. In the box. Air conditioners. Oh, that sounds like I could use some of that right now. These pieces, I think these pieces sold. So those aren't in it. Okay, we'll go back here. Coca-Cola land. Ugh. I mean, I know people like Coca-Cola stuff, and I'm glad that you found something that you enjoy to collect. To me, this is, I have no interest in Coca-Cola stuff like whatsoever. I mean, maybe like old Coca-Cola stuff for sure, you know, neat. I don't want it at my house or anything, especially this era of Coca-Cola stuff. when they just cranked this stuff out. But I know, I know for a fact that there are some of these pieces that are sought after by Coca-Cola collectors. And there's a bunch of it. So, if you're one of them, this is your auction. Actually, we've had quite a bit of Coca-Cola stuff last few auctions. There's even some on other tables. There's always something freaking Coca-Cola. Every freaking auction ever in the world, well, not in the world, in the United States that has ever happened has had some Coca-Cola stuff in it. And some of these might pop off for their vintageness. See, I'm from Earth. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is probably the most prolific brand in history. Right? Who am I even talking to? I'm here by myself. And then we've got some stuff over here. We didn't get that set up. Over here, more like primitive stuff and wood stuff. Ooh, gonna be hard. Oh my God, and this. Oh my God, this is awesome. So, let's see what else have I missed here. This wine cage is nice. This is a nice piece of furniture here. Cool little planter. Those are our chairs we need to put away. That's really cool. That industrial piece there. There's one of those wine grape carrying things. And basically some stuff to use in projects if you need some old wood. Yeah. What did I miss? I don't think I missed anything. All right, well, shoot. I guess we'll see you Wednesday for preview and Thursday for the auction. See ya.